Many people join us.
Yeah. And hello and good morning and welcome to the Football League podcast. And yes, as you may see to my left, that it is not Mike this week, unless he's turned into a little girl. But in general, he's a little girl anyway.
Oh, how nice.
But yes, I'm joined by my wonderful daughter, Amiee Penn. Amiee, say hello.
Hey.
Yeah, she's very new to this, so.
I'm not.
But yeah,
It's been
so
here since it started. Thank you very much.
yeah, not on the podcast yet, haven't they? So what I will say is, don't knock the table because it will shake.
Oh,
So no hands on tables, please.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But yes, I'm joined by Amiee this week. Mike is not available. And yeah, so it's basically going to be asking Amiee all questions of why she likes football, well, why she loves football, what got her into football. Go on, pull the curtain.
I can't.
Lighting, see guys, lighting. It's all about that. Yeah, so it's just a bit of a Q&A for Amiee and how she feels about her dad being a content creator.
Okay, buddy.
So, Amiee, hands off tables,
Yeah.
please.
Oh, yeah.
I have told you. And as you can see, I'm very, very red from yesterday. We were at Bognor Pompey yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah.
Bognor lost 2-0 against a Pompey side, which you could say was a lot of youth, because I didn't see many first teamers there. But Amiee, what did you think of Bognor's ground?
I quite like it.
Yeah.
Like, it's very open.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But the atmosphere wasn't great overall. Like, I know that it wasn't just Bognor fans, but like overall the atmosphere was pretty
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to, that was my third or fourth Bognor game, and I've got to admit, the games before, the atmosphere has been a lot better. Yesterday it was dead, and you could probably say it was a good over 1,000 people there.
Yeah, for the amount of people that were there, I actually expected it to be a lot more like active, but it wasn't. It was like silent most of the game.
Yeah. So it's quite disappointing. Pompey fans made some noise, but then again, it just died down after about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But today we're off to another game. We're off to Lewis Women against MK Dons Women at 2:00, not 1:00.
That wasn't me. That was you.
Yeah, I got the times wrong yesterday for the game. We made it with about 20 minutes to spare, didn't we?
It was like 15 minutes, and then we found like where to go.
Yeah, so it was very, very cutting it short. But Amiee, so I remember when you were tiny,
Oh, God.
and it was to be fair, you could say tiny because
I was pretty.
you were about 9 or 10, I think.
Yeah.
When I took you to your first Brighton game.
It was against Wolves.
And it was near
and
the.
It was right next to the Wolves fans, and it was an evening game.
It was.
Remember that?
Yeah, I'm glad you remember.
But
from there, would you say that's where you started liking football, or did it take you a little bit longer to?
I think it took a couple games to actually get into it, but that first Wolves game was the one that made me realise, I think I want to play football as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then I joined the girls' team at my high school when I started, and then I also did the girls' team at my primary school for 3 years.
I didn't know you did it at primary school.
Yeah, I did for a couple of games, but we never actually played any teams because it was primary and we only did training.
Well, I've been and watched you play for your school team, playing defence, didn't you?
Right back.
Yeah, good girl. But yeah, I thought you played well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
It took a couple games to get my confidence, but then as soon as that, I could defend pretty well.
Yeah.
My defence is definitely a lot better, and I don't really like playing up front as much. I quite like staying by the goal and defending it like that.
Yeah, you like your dad. I used to play in goal. Always like diving about, going for the ball, throwing yourself at it. Yeah, not a lot of people like their kids being
Mm.
defenders or goalies,
I
but
love being defenders.
yeah, if you want to be there, you be that. So, and also you have got a trip coming up, school
Oh,
trip
yeah.
coming up, haven't you? Tell them about your trip.
So I'm part of the girls' football team at my high school, and we're going on a football trip in October to Barcelona, and we're gonna go around like the
Espanol.
Stadium, and we get to do like training with the Spanish like coaches and stuff, and we play against a local Spanish team in a 90-minute match. So yeah.
And you're doing a stadium tour as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Of the ground, which should be good. Which I'm going to speak to your teachers about and see if you're allowed to film a little bit inside.
Yeah.
And then I can turn it into a video for you and do it that way, which would be good.
Yes.
And then the school can have it as well if they want it.
Yeah.
And show the trip and everything. But yeah, so that's what she's got coming out. And we've got the game today, which will be your second time to the Dripping Pan.
I love Lewis's ground.
Lewis's ground is
really
a really good ground, and at some point this season, I'm going to get one of the beach huts, and we'll have a game and watch it from the beach hut.
Yeah,
which would be good. So if you don't know, Lewis, or if you've seen the videos as well, Lewis have 4 beach huts which you can hire, which is their sort of hospitality. It's £120 for 6 people. And yeah, basically, if it's an awful night and it's raining, or Saturday it's raining, you can watch from your beach hut, and you get a view of the whole pitch, which is good. But yeah, I love it. I love the Dripping Pan. I think it's probably one of the best non-league grounds that we've been to, haven't we, so far?
Yeah.
And you've been to Woking. What do you think of Woking's ground?
I think I quite like Woking.
Yeah.
I like how open it is. Like, the atmosphere at Woking was quite good as well.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
And I love that stand at Woking, because they've got the one stand.
Oh, the main stand that we were in.
Yeah, I like it. I just like how it's like set out.
Yeah, it needs a bit of work. It needs a bit of work, probably on the right hand side. But yeah, I mean, Eastbourne is a really nice ground. You haven't been there yet, but I'll try and take you this season. And Havant and Waterlooville, it's an okay ground. I mean, one good thing is they've got a pub attached directly to it.
Of course you think.
So you can always pop in the pub before kickoff. But yeah, non-league football is good.
Yeah.
It's more like I've said in the podcast before, it's they want it more because they want to get that promotion and they want to move up the divisions, which, looking at Bogner and Lewis, you could probably see them doing this season with the players they've signed and things like that. So yeah, we just got to wait and see. But what's one of your best moments you've had at a game? And even though we don't talk about it can be Brighton, all the games you've been to.
I think it's going to be a bit out there because I know we lost, but when we went to Wembley for Brighton v Man United in the FA Cup.
Semi-final FA Cup.
Yeah, that's always been the highlight memory for me, because it was the atmosphere, being in with all the Brighton fans, being a Brighton fan and getting to see that we got so close. Obviously, we fell off with penalties, but I didn't really expect us to get to the final, let alone win it, because it would be. We all know it would be Man City, but it's always been the highlight moment for me, and that I love looking through the memories on my phone of it and stuff.
Yeah, and you have been back to Wembley since.
Yeah,
and we spent
I love
the
Wembley.
Whole day.
That was crazy.
From 10 till I think it was about 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
It was like, because we watched. We didn't watch the trophy get lifted in. We watched one of the trophy lifts, but we left before because trying to get back and everything. Be crazy.
And then trying to get back from London, we didn't get home till 11.
Oh no.
Which wasn't as bad as when we went to FA Cup.
Oh no, that was
semis.
Literally 1 a.m.
Half one.
Yeah.
I was just like, no, you're not going to score the next day. You got a
Got out
day
of
off.
school,
You got a
guys.
day off out of it. But yeah, it was good, and it's good because I get to do it with her. Her sister, I did take to a game, but she's not into football. She's more into her horses and shit. But yeah, I get to do it with her, and I get to take her to games, and this season will be hopefully different countries with you
Yeah.
to see games, and Scotland,
I really.
and we're going to go to Wales.
Yeah.
And we'll try and get Wrexham tickets.
Yes.
I keep putting it out
'cause,
there
like,
to Wrexham fans, if they ever watch and can get tickets, I'll pay. I'll buy it, whatever price you want, as long as it's reasonable. I will have 2 tickets off you, 3 tickets off you. We can't leave Mike out.
Oh no, Mike might get a bit
No,
angry.
we can't leave Mike out. No, he might get a bit upset.
Might be a bit. Might throw his bit.
Yeah, he's getting on now, as I say to him every week in the podcast. But how do you feel about your dad being a content creator?
That's what you're called.
That's what I am. I'm not an influencer, so I don't influence people. I've said it multiple times. I'm a content creator.
Right.
How do you feel about it?
It's all right. You just make videos, post them, and I watch them if I'm not in them.
It's all right. Since doing it.
I mean, it was my idea, so you gotta give me credit for that. It was actually my idea.
Yeah. Okay. So
this whole thing has been my idea, by the way.
I haven't told people that till now. Thanks, Amy.
Well.
So technically, it was your idea.
Yeah, it was.
I already had the channel made years ago, 2015, and it was a gaming channel. It did nothing, so I stopped for years. We've got someone watching. Yeah, if they want to say hello in the comments, it'll come up there, and they will. So yes, I did have a channel, and I stopped, deleted all the videos off it, which was silly because I shouldn't have, because it was all my watch hours gone. I know. And then we were going to Brighton Palace, which was your first Brighton Palace game on a Friday evening.
Yeah.
And she turned around and went, "Dad, why don't you film games that you go to?"
Yeah, and I was like, "Why don't you start a channel?" And then we were like, "Oh, so like, what can we call it?" And obviously, we would like all we were doing was going to Brighton, and we were like flicking through names.
Can you remember the name?
Up the Albion.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then started going to a few lower league games, and that's when the channel had a whole
facelift. It was when we went to Southampton as well.
Yes.
That really went well.
Yeah. What did you think of that day?
I love Southampton.
What did you think about thinking that you weren't going to go to a game and just look around it?
Well, I thought we were just going. Yeah, I thought we were just going to go on a little walk, and we didn't go on a little walk. We went and watched the game.
Yes. So there is a video on there, and where I surprised her with we went.
I don't think I knew how to react. I was just a bit like, what?
Yeah. Yes. So basically, today I said we're going to go to Southampton and do a bit of shopping for the day. And I said, "Oh, what we do? We go take a look around St Mary's. It's only 20 minutes from the station." So, but what she didn't know was, like, a week before I'd booked tickets and had to pick them up from the ground. So yeah, I surprised her with that when we got near the ticket office, and told Little White Lie and said, "We are actually seeing a game today." And that was your first championship game.
Now I love Southampton.
Yes, I'm not getting a season ticket.
As long as you take me to the games, because
I'll take you to another Southampton game.
Yeah.
This right. This season she will go.
I wonder if we could try get Brighton Southampton.
We just go to Amex.
I know, but like, I wonder if we could get that.
Well, you probably could, yeah.
That'd be quite cool. I could watch for 2 teams. Well, Southampton is my team.
Sorry, Southampton's your team?
No, Brighton.
Along with, who's it? West Ham.
Oh no.
And any other club that someone supports in the family.
Yeah.
Oh, Crawley.
Crawley.
Crawley, Crawley, I give credit to though, because like
We actually go to Crawley.
Yeah, we go to Crawley, and Crawley is you sort of have your main team, and then you have your little
your little
lower
side
league
teams.
side that you support. And I mean, you sort of have to because your uncle.
I think you'd have this fit for it.
Yeah, your uncle supports Crawley, so which he's very excited about because he's got a season ticket now,
Oh, does he?
and he's all very excited. And
Aw.
he keeps phoning and telling me. So Steve, if you watch it, I'm very happy for you. But yeah, so yeah, plan is to go to a couple of Crawley games this year, as they're now in League One.
Yeah.
Got promotion last season, and I actually but Scott Lindsay when we were at the Crawley game the other night. Literally, I'm here, say you're the dugout, and then a little bit further on, he was right there.
Is that the manager or something?
Yeah, Crawley manager. Is that the manager?
Well, I don't know. I just sit there and watch the game.
Yes, so
I don't actually know.
So yeah, it was Scott Lindsay was literally like shouting distance away.
That'd be quite cool.
Yeah, I'll try and get I'll try and drop a message and try and get a chat with him, like I did with Robbie Blake at Bognor.
Oh.
Chat Lee's. I could call it a new segment.
Oh, God.
Lee's manager chat. Throwing ideas. What do you think? Lee's manager chat. It'd be like short little 5-minute videos, just chatting to different managers.
Yeah.
Around the grounds when we go. Yeah. No.
And then,
Yeah. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Cool.
do it.
So what are you looking forward to this season?
Going to my Browns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what else?
Are
you looking forward to going abroad?
Yeah.
And who is, I hate when she does this, who is the one player that you want to see play?
Penn.
And why is that?
Because he's fit.
Yeah, there we go. Because he's fit. Not because
he's a good player as well,
right.
But he's fit.
Right, yeah. You take the fit bit out, and he's a very exceptional player and knows what he's doing with the ball.
Okay.
Right. That's how we're going to do it. I'm not having this fit talk or anything like that. Yes. So, but yes, as me and Mike said last week, we are going to try and do a lot more hospitality this season with clubs. Going to go back to Eastleigh and do hospitality again. Because I mean, for 69.
Have I gone to Eastleigh before?
No, you were going to, but it was Mother's Day.
I thought that was a Grimsby game.
No, you've had 2 games that have landed on Mother's Day. So it was Grimsby in the FA Cup.
Yeah, because we got 5-0
in the quarterfinals, and then Eastleigh.
Watching from home.
Yeah, and then Eastleigh as well. Hospitality Day was on Mother's Day. So yeah, so you've missed 2 games because of Mother's Day. But with Eastleigh, we'll try and do it a lot sooner this season. But I've got to say, for £69, a 3-course meal, a drink, match day program, and a team sheet, and then you've got your allocated seats as well. Wasn't a bad price at all. So yeah, so we're definitely going to be back at Eastleigh, which will be your first time there as well. And then we're going to try and do Dorking.
I feel like I've heard of that.
Dorking, yeah, because I was in their video. Remember?
Oh, yes.
So if you go, I said this as well before, if you go onto a bunch of amateurs and go to the Dorking Solihull game, there's one point where the camera is at the managers and you can see me in the background. I know. See me in the background, standing there on my own an hour before kickoff. And she's messaging me when I was looking at my phone, messaging. That was you.
Was it?
Yeah. But yes, I got caught standing there like a lemon on my own, waiting for the game to start. So, yeah, but Dorking hospitality we're going to try and do. And then Worthing Dorking we're going to try and do, which is on Easter Monday, which is a bank holiday. So I'll get you to that as well.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a few clubs hospitality wise that we want to do this year.
Yeah.
And the streak continues.
You in this bloody street.
59 games that I've been to where there hasn't been a 0-0.
Honestly.
And it's I'm going to hopefully.
Apart from today.
No, because I'm not recording today.
Oh yeah.
I might record today.
Maybe do little snippets.
I might do little snippets because it's
just like highlights.
Yeah. So I might do a little highlight video today.
Is there any that you haven't recorded and you've gone to that have finished?
No. Every game I've been to, I've recorded.
That's crazy.
I know. Yeah, so every game I went to last season, I recorded.
Yeah.
Shoreham.
Yeah, but Sean always get beaten.
Shoreham always getting beaten. Yeah, it's just how it was. There's
no even point in trying to say that that'll be 0-0 because we all know it won't be.
Yeah, so literally Shoreham Stadium is 5 minutes that
Not
way.
even that.
Not even that.
Like 2-minute walk.
So yeah, but it's a nice community stadium and literally the kids going free. Under 16s are free all the time, which is nice. But I have always said, if I ever came into a lot of money, I would always want to buy myself a football club.
I'd say another nice non-league ground is Lancing. I know I live in Lancing, so I can say that, but Lancing actually have a really nice ground. It's on the edge of Monk's Wreck and it's like really nice.
Culver Road. Their ground.
I just know it's near Monk's Wreck.
Yeah, so Culver Road. But yes, I hope we go there this season. Because that's literally
Lancing is really nice.
10 minutes up the road from you.
Yeah, not even that.
So yes, film at Lancing, Whitehawk. Try and do a lot of the.
Where's Whitehawk?
It's near Mike, where Mike lives. So we're going to do there. I hope with Whitehawk though. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're going to do a bit of a behind the scenes video. We'll be able to look round the club and hopefully speak to a couple of players or something like that.
Lovely.
Get to Free Bridges, Horsham, Bexhill. So yeah, they're all sort of the really non-league teams, which are all an hour train ride each way from where I am.
You've been Worthington?
Yeah, I went last season, didn't I? Semi-final, Maidstone. Yeah. If you watched the videos, you would see that I got beer thrown all over me.
Did you?
Yeah, when they scored the winner in like the 90th minute, 92nd minute, everyone, it just erupted and everyone mental and beer got thrown and I got covered in beer. So we watched that after and she can see me you see it gets splashed all everywhere. It erupts, it goes mental when I think it's Ollie Pearce scored, who's now at York, which is a shame because he's really, really good for Worthing. York is up that way, I think. York is near enough, not up north, but it's that way.
Is it like near Yorkshire?
Sort of says it in the name, really, kid. York.
Oh, they're the same place.
Yeah, well, the clubs.
Oh.
I think the club Yorkshire. So yes, so last week, me and Mike were saying about clubs in Wales, and he brought up Southport, and I went, "Oh, they're in Wales, aren't they?" And he went, "Yeah, they are." No, I was told by Matt the Groundhopper that Southport isn't in Wales, so I do apologise to any Southport fans that ever see this. And I said they're in Wales, and they're not. I got it very, very wrong, but I did get corrected, so I apologise.
I mean, I thought Rome was in France.
Yeah, let's do your geography.
No.
So if I said to you, we're going to go watch Roma play.
Yeah.
What country would you think we're going to?
At first, I thought it was France.
You can revert for this in the comments. She thought Rome was in France.
I thought Paris was in Italy. And also, another one, Vatican City. That's its own country, isn't it?
No, it's its own city.
It's a bit confusing.
See,
Sorry,
again,
sorry if anyone like is from here or whatever.
that
but-
says it in its title. Vatican
yeah,
City.
but in geography we learned about it, and he said it was in Italy, which means
Yeah, it's in Italy, yes,
yeah, which means
but it's a city.
I thought it was like the smallest country ever.
As far as I know, it's a city because it's called Vatican City. Yeah.
Isn't that where the Pope lives?
Yes.
Yeah.
Quick maths.
Quick math. Geography, mate.
Quick geography. But yes, and so actually, that's a good point. Actually, speaking of Italy,
Yeah.
try and get to Italy at some point this season because ticket prices for Italy are cheap as anything. So I looked at Fiorentina
Yeah.
in Italy, €5 for a match day ticket.
You know where I want to go in Italy.
Juventus? Where?
Not football. You know I want to go in Italy. It's not football.
Where?
Monza Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah, the Grand Prix.
That's like. Otherwise, I do want to go to Juventus because that is like.
The old ladies, as they're called.
Okay.
That's what they're called.
Are they actually?
Called the old ladies.
Why? Are they all old?
No, it's just a name that sort of like a nickname. We've got like Brighton and Hove Albion, Seagulls,
But we're not.
Man United, Red Devils, that sort of thing. It's just the name that they got given, called the old ladies. But yeah, get into Italy would be good to see games, and also, again,
especially if it's cheap as well.
it's still cheaper than flying around England to get to Italy. It's what I mean. It's insane. Holland as well.
Yeah, I don't know. I told you about this. You know when I went on a cruise last year, I think.
Yeah.
It was? We went to Greece, and we went past the stadium, and I only realised when they were playing in Europe who it was, and it was the
Olympiacos.
Yeah, their stadium, and we went straight past it and all around it, and I was like, I thought it was like tennis or something at first, and I realised, oh wait, that's football stadium.
Yeah, Olympiacos. Yeah,
and it's actually really big.
Yeah, they've got quite a big,
it's quite a nice ground.
Quite a big ground. Yeah. But yes, it would be good to try and get you out to Italy with me to see some games.
Yeah.
Because it's like you've got your little list going, haven't you? Grounds that you're ticking off.
And so far they're all in England.
Yes. Well, we're going to venture to Scotland this season.
Venture around.
Probably Rangers and Celtic are really hard to get tickets for.
Oh well, I'm not surprised though, because that's like the biggest.
We're going to look at, like I said to Mike, we're going to look at Aberdeen, Hibs, Hearts, Dundee.
I've heard of Hearts before.
Hearts, yeah.
I quite like the little
even
logo.
Edinburgh City, which is the equivalent. They're in the Championship. Their version of the Championship.
City in Scotland.
No, that's what the team's called, Edinburgh City. Yeah.
But the city in.
Yeah, I mean in Dundee, you've got two Dundee teams.
Really?
You've got Dundee and
Is
Dundee.
that like Man City and Man City?
Dundee United. And then you just see someone in the background pop in. It's all right, Dad. They saw you. We're doing it in the lounge. So it's. But yes, so you've got two teams in Dundee United and Dundee.
Is that a bit like Man United and Man City?
Yeah, but Man United are on the outskirts in Salford. They're not actually in Manchester.
And they're not.
No.
So then why aren't they called
Manchester? No, because there's already Salford. Oh. So Manchester City are in Manchester. Man United are just on the outskirts of Manchester. So they're not fans. Man United fans will deny it. They're not the true Manchester team. They were just better than City for years.
And now City.
And then City got bought and now dominating. But here we go then. So what do you think? So Man City are facing 115 charges
Okay, that's a
by
lot.
the Premier League for players and money and
By
stuff
the way,
like
guys,
that.
it's the only time we'll talk about the Premier League.
Yeah. What do you think should happen to Man City? How should they be
Well,
charged?
it depends. What are the charges for? Just like everything.
Money, players, money going to agents, FFP, that
There's
sort of thing.
115.
115 charges.
Well, you can't really take 115 points away, can you?
No, but what would you? I know what I would do.
I think I would put the team so that if I know it's probably unfair, but like I'd try to do something to stop them getting as many points. I don't know how, but like if they win matches, maybe they get less points than others because they've been playing with money.
Yeah, I don't think the Premier League would do that.
They can't. I don't think they can do that.
No.
No.
They give them a point deduction.
Yeah, but
at the start of the season.
How many points would that be?
Well, what would you? So I said
you can't take 115 points
no,
away from them.
But I said if it was me, and we all know Man City will not be chucked out of the Premier League because the Premier League will not want to lose one of their biggest teams. But I said give them 30-point deduction, ban them from transfer market for 3 summers,
right?
And
3
summers, and a 30-point deduction. And
what about fining them?
And fine them 115 million for what they were charged.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Because you can't. They're not going to kick them out the league.
I don't think they would, because they'd just be like, oh well, they're the biggest team. At the moment they are, at least. They're not just going to throw the biggest team out because they'll lose. They'll probably lose money from that in a way as well.
The Premier League would, yeah.
Because all the Man City fans would not be having it.
No, and you could probably see that. If that happened, Man City fans would stop going.
Oh yeah.
Because I've been to the Etihad, and it is quiet. Yeah. Nowhere near as noisy as it's not even as noisy as a non-league ground.
Because you would look at the Etihad and you'd be like, oh, hold up, it's a big stadium, lots of fans, they're winning everything at the moment. You'd think, oh, atmosphere is going to be great, it's going to be loud, you're going to have loads going on. When in reality, I guess it's not like that at all.
No, not at all.
What about the Emirates?
Emirates is good, it's loud.
But isn't the Man City ground quite open at the top?
Yeah, but so I mean, all the grounds are open.
I know, but like sometimes.
But it's still it still doesn't matter. It still doesn't. There's no.
Was it like Bodmy yesterday?
Yeah, that's what it's like. Majority
Every
of the game,
I would get bored. I think that's why I got a bit bored yesterday, because I love it when there's an atmosphere. If there's no atmosphere, I find it really hard to get stuck into the game. Yeah,
no, that's true. Most people do, but I mean, so that's what I think would happen to Man City. So years ago, before I think it's even before you were born, Juventus were done for match fixing.
What does that mean?
So where they pay players to miss shots or goalies to let in goals, and refs would that is very corrupt in Italy football. So Juventus were done, and they were relegated to Serie C, which is League One for us over here.
That's like the bottom
of Italy, yeah.
How many leagues is there in this?
Wait,
I thought it was.
You've got Serie A, Serie B, Serie B, and Serie C, and then it goes down further. But they wouldn't have done that, relegate them any further. But also they had all the titles they won. They had them taken off in that period when there was match fixing. They took all their titles away from them. And then there was a mass exodus of players as well, top players just left because they all got relegated. So it shows as well that there isn't loyalty from the players to the club.
I know.
Because they could have stayed with them and got them straight back up, which they did. They went straight back up, it didn't take them long. But goes to show that the players, they were like, nah, if you're playing there, I'm not playing.
That's what I don't like about football sometimes. Like, if a team gets relegated, the other teams, like, it's fair, I know, like, you want to be at a top team, but you need to give your team a chance. Like, if it doesn't work out for the first couple of months and you're not doing as well anymore, and there's a transfer window and a big team wants you, that's fair enough. But you need to stay with your team and give them some sort of loyalty to help them try regain strength instead of just like leaving it and going back to where you were.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's a really good point. Just comes out of them sometimes. But yeah, there is no, if a team gets relegated, there is no loyalty with some players, and some players that want to make the move think they're better than they are.
And I think
really
another
not.
big thing is money, because when you get relegated, you obviously you'll lose a lot of money, and it's hard to then. Some teams get redundancies, and because I heard about it with there was a team I was watching a thing, and they got relegated, and like there was like job redundancies and
I think that's
many people.
That's a lot lower league sides do that,
but it happens.
Yeah, of course it does.
Like I can't remember what.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, they do have to let staff go and players go. But a lot of players now having their contracts to, if they get relegated, they have a buyout, a relegation buyout, which if clubs come in, they can do it.
I think there should be at least a transfer window in between it before players can decide that they're just going to leave after they get relegated.
Yeah.
But then I guess it's about money as well.
It's always, football now is a business, not a sport. It's more a business now, but there are some there
are some people that don't do it for the money, but very rarely you'll find that in the top teams.
Yeah, I mean,
in the Premier League, you'll find a lot of people do want money, and some of them, you'll get players that do just play because they love football and they've worked for it.
Yeah.
But the top players and the top teams definitely do it more for money.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's how it's always going to be. That will never change because money talks, basically.
Yeah.
And all these players that earn 350 grand a week and then go, I want to go to Saudi because it's life-changing money. What, 350 grand a week isn't life-changing money with all the sponsors that you get paid and all the add-ons and the bonuses. I don't really understand the Saudi
league. I think it's just a bunch of retired players that don't want to retire yet.
I don't like it.
It's just, actually, no, retired players don't want to retire. A bunch of old players that just don't feel like retiring yet. And they're going to an easier league.
That's exactly what it is. They're in their final years of playing. So they go to Saudi for a big payout. And to be fair, it hasn't worked because a lot of players have come back.
I mean, like Neymar and that. Isn't he in Saudi league?
Neymar's awful now.
I know.
Awful. He's in Saudi league.
Did you see Ronaldo crying after he missed that thing?
The penalty. Loved it.
You're evil.
Messi all day long.
I know. I don't really care about them too much. I'm more interested in
when Ronaldo missed that penalty in the Euros and he started crying. I loved it as well. I feel a bit bad
for him though, because he's not in his prime anymore. He's out.
He thinks he is and he's not. But also I loved it because none of the players cared. They just went up to him and said, get on with it.
I think he still thinks that he's better than he is when he's really not, and he needs to retire.
Yeah, mate, you're playing in the Saudi league. It says it all. Not ever have I ever gone on a Saturday or Sunday and gone, oh, do you know what? I feel like watching the Saudi league today. Big game on against Al Nazir, against Al Attihad. No, not at all.
I mean, I agree with what Messi did going to America. I think that's quite good because it is still
and it's watched on TV.
Exactly.
It's watched on Sky.
But the Saudi league, I don't think anyone really watches apart from people in Saudi.
No, and it's done this project they got. It's not going anywhere. But yes, so we are going to end it there for today because we have got to get sorted and get ready for football. But Amiee,
thank
you for coming on.
You're welcome.
And how did you feel it went
Fine.
for your first podcast with your dad?
I might do it again sometime. Maybe.
If I invite her back on, that is,
Yeah, I'm only here because you couldn't have Mike this weekend. Wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
No, and you're my daughter, and I was going to get you on here anyway. But yeah,
Yes.
so Amiee is the first of hopefully a few special guests. I'm hopefully going to have Matt the Groundhopper on, Around the Grounds on as well, Lee from Around the Grounds.
Hey, that's your name.
I know. So yeah, so we're just waiting, got sorted out. I need to find some software where I can have people as well. One thing I was using, it didn't really work out, so I need to find something else.
Delete it like last time.
Is why I'm not using Descript, because it deleted it and it doesn't exist.
You and Mike on the phone when that happened was great.
Yeah, I was getting stressed. But anyway, I'm going to end it there because we are going to football.
Yep.
And as always, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, ding dong that notification bell.
Watch this live.
And watch this one when it's uploaded tomorrow. It takes a day to upload. But as always, thank you for subscribing. 1,511 subs now.
Crazy.
And yesterday's video is doing well. Last week's did well as well. So thank you very much, guys. And as always, enjoy your Sunday.
See ya.
Bye-bye. I think that went